Hello, friends. My name is Ruth,
I am Sunny.
and this is Culture Shock India-Peru. Friends, today we're going to take Richard to the doctor because he has a bit of a cold. I imagine it's because of the fans and all that, but here it's absolutely necessary because of the tremendous heat. And it's not just him who's going, we're going too, because, well, in my case, I've had a back condition since I was about 18 or 19 years old, and it hurts a lot. And well, now I think that sleeping on such a thin mattress has made the pain even worse. And since we're going to the hospital, we wanted to show you what hospitals are like here in India, what differences there might be compared to hospitals in my country. I want to tell you all about this.
We're also going to show you a bit of my town, outside my town, around the area. And we're going to take the stroller, so let's see how people react because people here don't usually use strollers.
Yes, friends, the thing about the rickshaw here is that it's something you don't see, it's impossible to see, very complicated, and especially Richard's rickshaw, which is even more different.
Yes, before starting the video, remember to subscribe, friends, and you can also follow us on other social networks like Facebook and Instagram. The links are in the description.
Alright friends, we've already taken out Rishu's rickshaw. It was stored away. This rickshaw has really helped us a lot. Even when we came here to India, it has helped us so much. We're bringing Richard in to kick him out. Well, friends, in one of my videos about my cultural shocks, I mentioned that people here look at you in a very, very uncomfortable way. And they don't do it out of malice, they do it simply because they're used to it. Everyone here is like that. I'm not sure how they'll react to going out with the stroller since no one does that here. I don't know if they're going to give us those strange looks, but it's necessary to go out by car because, as you know, we're in a small town. In this town, there is no public transportation. We have to walk quite a distance. And the hospital is nearby. It's very close. And going by motor taxi and all that, that's outside the town. It's in another direction. So, we really need this stroller to help us with Richard because Richard is a bit heavy. He's chubby. And yes, we really need it. One interesting thing I wanted to mention is that when here in the town, right? When someone says, oh, the baby is chubby, he's heavy, here they see it as something really bad. You shouldn't say that. They really believe in the evil eye here. And if you mention, oh, he's so chubby like that, they see it as bad and believe that you might also give him the evil eye by saying these words, so you shouldn't say them. Before we left, my mother-in-law asked, why are we taking the car? She was just carrying him. And he said, no, Mom, it's just that Richard is heavy, he's a bit heavy. And his mom said something like, I hope you step in cow poop, then made a spitting sound with her mouth. It sounded like a strange expression to me, so I asked him about it. And he told me, yes, you can't say that a baby is chubby like that, because if you say he's very fat, it's like giving him the evil eye and the baby could lose weight. They are not local beliefs, but I found them interesting. Now, friends, we're ready. Let's go to the hospital.
Yes.
Yep.
Friends, don't be surprised to see cows everywhere. They're literally everywhere.
How's it going? What would you say, Jai? Yes, of course.
Friends, we're almost at the hospital. We're going to check in, and in a little while, we'll tell you how it went.
Thank you.
Here it is, my friends, the Faculty of Medicine. I'm surprised and will explain more soon. Next to the university, my friends, there's this event hall. I thought it was a temple because on top, well, there are gods from the Hindu religion, but no, they told me it's just a hall for events.
Friends, here's the playground, and I remember I used to come here to play soccer with my cousins and friends. Over there, that building is an institute for nurses. This university is very big. Besides medicine, there is also engineering and other courses offered here.
Friends, we've left the hospital, and honestly, for me, there were things that were completely different, even here in the hospital. When I arrived, I was surprised that they don't ask you, like in Peru, they don't ask you for an ID, like your national ID card. On the form where they fill in your information, they don't put your full name and last name, just your first name, and that's it. They ask for your age, your name, and nothing else, nothing else. And even though Sonia is new here, I'm also new here, they didn't ask me for anything, nothing, absolutely nothing. This is a private hospital. Well, I think it would be a clinic, right? Something like a clinic. And I've also seen a lot of young people who are doing their internships. Currently, Sonia tells me that they're taking exams, and that's why I was surprised to see them walking around barefoot. It seems strange to me, you know? Walking barefoot throughout the whole hospital, not just in one area or in one room. No, they were walking barefoot all over the hospital. I asked Sonia, but why were they barefoot in the hospital? She said it's because they're taking exams and some cheat by hiding answer slips under their sandals. And, well, that was the explanation for why they were walking barefoot. Friends, another really surprising thing is the price. The consultation was $1.50, which isn't even $1, right? Yes, $0.50, yes or no, $0.50. And the department we went to was physical therapy. Physical therapy, Sonia and I, that was $2.50, which is also less than $1. A little bit, almost close, but it's even less. Rishu went to pediatrics and they checked her too. Well, not just the baby, Rishu, Sonia, and I. My mother-in-law also had a health problem and, well, she got checked as well. And, well, obviously they prescribed medicine for all four of us. And all the medicine they prescribed only cost 15 sols. That's about $5. So, I'm surprised, I'm really surprised. Things here are so cheap. Well, friends, this is the medicine we bought. One curious thing is that here they give you everything wrapped in newspaper. Food too. At the store, eggs and small items are given in newspaper instead of plastic, which I think is good because it reduces plastic use. I think I already mentioned in the story that medicine here is super cheap. And, well, it really surprises me. Friends, another thing that really surprises me is that we're practically very close to the town of San, and it's just about 5 minutes away on foot. And they have a university, they have a hospital or clinic. It really surprises me, honestly. It's not something that's very common in my country for towns to have universities or hospitals or clinics. There are medical posts, yes. But I've been to my grandmother's towns and there weren't any there. You had to go to a nearby city to find, well, a good hospital. Yes, some have medical posts, but not all specialties are available. And, well, it really surprises me. Like I said, it's a small town and there's a university, a medical school, an engineering school. And not just this one, there are other universities further on as well. So this is something really good here. I think it's great. I would love for it to be like this in my country, because that's exactly why I think everything is so centralized in Lima. And most young people from other cities come to Lima. Everything is in Lima. I would love for there to be universities and big hospitals in every city and towns like this. I think that way Lima wouldn't be so centralized, right? What do you think about this, my love?
Of course, it should be like that. You shouldn't centralize everything in just one city, right? And I finished my studies here, my school, the university. And if I want to do a master's, I can do that too, because there are master's programs and there are also PhD programs. Or if you want to study more, right? So there are plenty of opportunities. But I want to clarify that this doesn't happen in every town in India. But there are towns where there are universities or education is more accessible.
Right? And, well, friends, finally, another thing that really surprises me here is that a lot of people are very familiar. You could say they're overly familiar. A young man came up to Rishu and fussed over him, right? Like, oh, what a cute baby. A young man about Sony's age, more or less. I figured since I was with my mother-in-law, he might be someone she knew, maybe even family, since many of Sony's relatives live here. And the way he did it, and on top of that, he did this, like saying, you see, right? And from my arms, he picked him up. The young man carried him in his arms. Well, I took it as normal because I was 100% sure he was part of my mother-in-law's family. And, well, then Sony comes and the guy shows up again and he's already being affectionate with Rishu, and we go out and I ask him, honey, who is he? Is he family? He says he doesn't know him, and I'm surprised. How can he not know him? Then your mom must know him. And he asked his mom, right? And she says, no, I don't know who he is. I was like, what? I let him hold the baby and everything. I let him cuddle him because I thought he was a relative of Sony. But he was absolutely no one we knew, and it really surprised me. And not just him. Many women would come and caress his little face. Like that, in a way as if they were so familiar, and that really surprised me too. One thing I've noticed, friends, is that here the men, the guys, are more affectionate with babies. It's like they want to cuddle them, they want to hold them, they want to snuggle the babies. This is not going to happen with the young men in my country. The truth is that many times I've seen that they're not really the type to get close to babies. They're not the kind to say, what a cute baby, I want to hold him. That happens here, and I've seen it with everyone in Sony's family. All the men are the same. Even with strangers here at the hospital. People I don't even know, right? But in my family, the men are just like, yeah, your baby is really cute, and that's it. That's where it ends.
Right?
But it's not like, oh, I want to hold him. Oh, how cute. Let me pinch his cheeks. No, that doesn't happen. Because I remember my cousin would tell her husband, hold him, hold the baby. So when we have our baby, you can practice. No, that's scary. What if I drop him? No, like that. So this is a big difference that I've noticed.
Well, friends, here is the main temple where the local saint used to sit, right? It looks like a church, doesn't it, love? Like that, yes.
It looks like a church, but a bit different.
Yeah, right?
Churches nowadays aren't painted with so many colors like that anymore.
Here they are.
Yes.
Here's another temple. There are temples of various saints here. And look, its architecture looks really beautiful. I've been in nearly all of them. I've been coming here since I was a kid. Well, friends, the architecture you see and these designs are handmade. And see how beautifully they've made it. Well, friends, here is the main temple. It's still under construction. They're going to design it like Aksaram, and it's going to be very big. They're going to build it in that area over here as well. So, it's going to be really big. It's been under construction for almost 6 or 7 years, I think. And it's there, still under construction. But it's really big, as you can see. And they're also making it by hand. And it's really beautiful. And the time they're taking is because of the detail they're putting in. You can see there are some images and things like that. And that's what takes time. And look, but it's really big. There's another temple over there. And I do think they're going to break this. But they're not breaking it because they say it's cursed. Some people have climbed up to break it from above, but they fell and 3 people died, so now they don't touch it anymore. I think they're just going to leave it like that.
Friends, we've come to rest under this huge tree. It really is enormous. Yes.
Look.
It looks like several trees grew together, all close to each other like this.
No, it's just one, but what happens is that it falls into one. If you look at these, they resemble roots. That falls, then more emerges from there. Yes, friends. And I used to play in these trees because my family would come here to harvest rice.
Yes, friends, this is rice. Yes, it looks like a big garden where you can play, but it's rice and there's a little breeze here.
How relaxing.
You just can't find it here. Yes, friends, the heat here is, it's intense, really, it's intense. But that's how it is when you sit under the little tree in the shade.
Disco.
Right? You relax for a bit, yes. Friends, first of all, sorry about the quality. Our GoPro already turned off.
Yes, now we're using the phone.
Yes, we wanted to tell you a little about people's reactions to Rishio's stroller. This stroller, well, in Peru when we were out walking, some people would look at it a little weird.
With a group from Urubamba, yes.
In Urubamba, yes, because it's not common, but in Lima, it was totally normal. But here in a town where almost nobody, or rather nobody uses a car, the moment we went out, people stared at us really strangely. At the hospital, it was even worse, not to mention. Some people look at us strangely, because it's not common here. Here in the towns, this isn't common. The baby carrier, either we haven't used it yet, but that's not common either.
Yes, my mom says that we'll just carry her. I'll carry her for a bit. Ruth will carry her for a bit, and you too, and we'll get there. So no, it's going to be very tiring. She does sleep, and yes, she slept now. So yes, now she also says that yes, it's very useful. I used to say too that people are going to look like, what's this? But, well, let them look. That's it. It's nothing.
At the hospital, a lady was saying, well, no, what Sunny told me. What was she saying?
Yes, the lady said yes, because don't carry him, he'll be uncomfortable there. Yes, he'll be more comfortable there because he's lying down, sitting. If you carry him, well, no, and in the heat, he'll sweat too. But for the people here, it's something new. That's why they say these things, they react.
Like that. I've noticed that here they like to live like in the old times, in the past, and they don't like new things. It bothers them or it seems very strange, very weird to them. Some people really are bothered by it, without exaggerating. Yes, some people are bothered. New things. So this is also something shocking for me, that new things are unpleasant for them. Well, no, unpleasant for them. Other people just see it as wow, Something different, something new. But no, I think that more than anything, all the elderly women, these things like, no, they want everything the old-fashioned way. Well, friends, here I am just outside the temple, the hospital. Oh, I'm scared there might be a snake around here. Look, marijuana, just like nothing, it's right there and nobody pays attention to it. I talked to him a little more about this topic of marijuana here in his town. It's super normal. In his video on Sony G Vlogs, you'll find the link to Sony's full video in the description box. Well, friends, we've shown you a bit more of the hospital here in the town, the topic of the faculties, and all those things that are amazing to me. Honestly, it really surprises me that a small town, a real town, friends, actually has universities, hospitals, and clinics. Honestly, I think it's really good. I think it's very, very good. And, well, here there's also the topic of marijuana. Out here, it's just like nothing too, which is amazing to me.
Well, friends, yes, we have all those things that Ruth mentioned thanks to that saint because he took the initiative. Even though I'm not a Hindu, I appreciate the things he has done for my town because, of course, it benefits many people. Well, friends, in this video, we've shown you more about my town and where I'm from. I hope you like it. If you enjoyed it, please give it a like.
That's all for today's video, friends. Take care. Goodbye.